It's another Sunday, it's another brawl, what are we doing?
Nonsense Rumble!
That's right, we're doing another Rumble, and that means a brand new category for the month of spooks. Rick, what are we doing?
As a follow-on from the vampires last week, we're doing werewolves this week.
Have you got a werewolf impression for me?
Ow!
Okay, that'll do. So for those of you who are brand new to the show, we pit characters from a certain category against one another, and we argue why they'd win in a fictional bout. But before that, we'd like to do honourable mentions, if we have one. Rick, do you have an honourable mention for the werewolf category?
My weird honourable mention, and it's mostly honourable mention because it would probably end up immediately disqualified, is the full-on Fenris from Norse mythology. And I think it would get disqualified because it's predominantly a wolf rather than a man.
Do you mean Fenrir?
Oh yeah, Fenrir, yeah.
It's not a man. It's not a man at all.
Yeah, it's a wolf that can take the form of a man, apparently.
But never does.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not picking it. How about you? You have an honourable mention?
I don't have an honourable mention because my pick will kick the shit out of everyone. I also don't know that many werewolves.
Sure.
This is a really tough category for me, Rick. And I suggested it.
Yeah. So my pick today is Van Helsing from the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing movie.
Wait, did he become a werewolf in that?
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember that occurring. I remember the Wolfman being in it, but I don't remember Van Helsing being one.
Yeah, he becomes a werewolf to be able to fight the vampire at the end, to be able to fight Dracula, because, knowing that Dracula has dominion over werewolves because they can do damage to him, he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to take this into my own hands, so I don't need silver bullets and crosses and all that. I can just kick the shit out of you.
That was such a good fucking movie, though.
Yeah.
Such an underrated movie. Man, if we didn't already have a theme for Halloween, I would have honestly suggested it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've not seen Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing, it's not called that, but Van Helsing starring Hugh Jackman. It's great. It's also got Frankenstein's monster in it for no reason.
Yeah, and Frankenstein's monster, like when the real Dr. Frankenstein dies, the monster just goes, why?
I don't know why it happens, but it's such a good action movie while being so over the top goofy in the best way.
Just cheese wall to wall. And I picked him because he is a very seasoned monster slayer.
Yeah, at this point in his tale, he is trapped. Yeah. He is after Dracula because he is the top target for monster slayers. He's done a lot before now. I think the only other monster hunter you could compare Van Helsing to in this particular instance, at this part of the story, is possibly Geralt.
Yes. And taking on the powers of a werewolf is it just adds more to his kit. It doesn't take anything away from his powers, or not even powers, his instincts and skill as a monster slayer. That's how I think I'm going to win this one. So how about you? Who have you picked that's OP that's going to win?
I am picking the one, the only, the big bad wolf himself, Bigby Wolf.
Okay.
From Fairy Tale, the comics.
Okay. I've not read this.
So in that story, he is the son of the North Wind.
Okay.
And a giant she-wolf whose name I forget. He's called the Big Bad Wolf because he is the runt of the litter and his brothers and sisters take the piss out of him. Because the North Wind abandoned his mother to die, he vowed to eat something slightly bigger every single day until he got big and bad enough to take on the North Wind, which he eventually does and loses 7 times. But, it is what it is. He will huff, he will puff, and he will blow your house down. He becomes the sheriff of Fairy Town.
Cool.
Yeah, he's not allowed to live on the farm with the other animal fairy tale creatures because all the animals are scared of him, including dragons.
You okay?
Because he's eaten them.
He's eaten a dragon eater.
Yeah. So his wolf form is literally a giant wolf, a big wolf, perhaps bigger than Fenrir.
Yeah, okay.
There's not a lot he can't do. He's got amazing endurance. When he turns into his wolf form, I can't see anything beating him, apart from the North Wind.
Yeah, be tough for Van Helsing to do it.
I think it would be. I think it would be. However, I will give you some points in your favour, because I know you can't argue that well against Bigby because you don't know him. He does have traditional werewolf weaknesses of silver.
Okay. So and Van Helsing knows about this.
So that might be a plus in Van Helsing's corner.
It's one of those, like, the if rule, we try not to flout the if rule, but Van Helsing would come prepared.
Oh, yeah, no, Van Helsing would know they both know they're fighting a werewolf. They might not necessarily know who, but they know the rules. The thing being that, I don't know, like, Van Helsing doesn't have to fight him in his wolf form, as in Van Helsing can just be Van Helsing with his gear.
Yeah, he can just be in his human or hybrid form, both of which can use gear.
Yeah. Whereas Big B is a detective. He's got a very keen sense of smell, regardless of his form. When he's in his wolf form, I don't know how effective Silver actually is, because no one ever uses it against him, because they never get the chance.
Yeah.
But if Big B's in his regular human disguise form, then Silver is very definitely effective. They make that a point in the comics. So it's basically, do we think Silver would work on Big B's big bad wolf form?
Because that would be pulling out all the stops and trying to win, and I don't blame him for doing so.
Here's the thing, Rick, is we don't see that form ever in the comics. We see it like twice because
in flashbacks,
because he never uses it, because he never needs to. I think Van Helsing would be a threat enough that he would have to resort to that form. I don't think Van Helsing would survive that form.
I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Big B Wolf wins.
Big B Wolf wins! He also has a great interaction with one of the little pigs. They did a game based on this. Telltale did a game. It's called A Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us, yeah.
He hangs out with Colin the pig, and he goes, "You blew my house down." And Big B just goes, "Yeah, I was hungry." and that's it. That's the only there's no malice in any of the Big Bad Wolf's acts. It's just, I was hungry.
Yeah. He's not even a force of nature. He's a force of hunger.
I think you could argue he's a force of nature at a certain point. He is the son of the North Wind.
Sure.
The biggest, baddest of the winds, I'm told.
Yeah.
But yes, I digress. As always, like, comment, and subscribe down below. We especially want to hear comments. Who would you throw into the wing? Were we right? Would Big B Wolf kick the shit out of Van Helsing? Were we super wrong? Would Van Helsing get the upper hand? And yeah, give us another werewolf that you think would have an equal chance against these folks. Yeah. Self-confessed, I don't know many werewolves, so...
Yeah, Luna would get the shit kicked out of her.
She's not a werewolf, she's a hellhound.
Yeah, she's a hellhound. I think she would essentially count as one, but yeah, she would lose.
God damn, she'd be very low ranking.
Oh, yeah. She's not even very high ranking in the verse.
No, God, no. So yeah, on that bombshell, join us next week for another spooky edition of Rumble.
Yeah, bye everybody.